Right. Good afternoon. After taking last week off, it's time to get back into more EU4. We were doing something last time, playing as the Scarlet Realm. Looking at our cash and manpower, I'm pretty sure we just finished a war. Am I coring anything? The issue with having to take a week in between, trying to figure out what you were doing before you stopped. Okay, I am coring stuff. I'm coring over here? This. Okay, so we must have just finished a war, yeah, with Mayuhiga. Truce until 1500. Nice. A little bit of aggressive expansion. Okay, I think I more or less remember what we were up to. Yeah, going down the mission tree. Getting over into Europe. I think I need money, right? I need money for something. There's a decision somewhere to buy an island. Here it is. Purchase an island in Europe, and I need 2,000 ducats to get that. And I think the choice is out of like the Isle of Man, Mallorca, something. Does it say it in here? Maps. No, not that. Man, Corsica, Sakis, Menorca, Bornholm. Okay. Corsica would be nice. Sakis, is that here? Yeah. Menorca's this one, and Bornholm is up here. I think in terms of expanding, the Shadow Kingdoms happened, of course, so not a visa and a HRE anymore. Austria owns Wallachia. Have you got Hungary and the PU? Yeah, you do. Incorporated PU, but only Hungary. No Bohemia, no Poland or anything. Venice is losing to the Ottomans. Yeah, I think for us, in terms of expanding into Europe, I don't really want to take the high AE land in Italy. I'm not fighting the Ottomans under any circumstances. This means I have to go after Aragon, because that sea tile doesn't connect here, so I can't get anything on Tunis. And Aragon is PU under Castile, who are allied with Portugal and Burgundy. That is a large Burgundy. Marie on the throne. Also, you're more allied with Oldmar, Castile. So Castile is probably getting the Burgundian inheritance, and it's gonna be juicy looking at it. Ooh. So yeah, probably Isle of Man would be the best bet. Scotland allied with France and Sweden is to be expected. England with Sweden, Brittany, Portugal, Flanders. Yeah, just take this and go wild on the Isles. I'm pretty sure we have a mission for that as well. Missions over here. Missions in the English Channel, France, and here in England. So we can complete those here, and that will give us the foothold to expand here and then take the rest. I don't know how much I'm really planning to conquer in total of the whole map. It's not quite 1500 yet. We've taken only a little bit of the south of Gensokyo. And Gensokyo has a lot of dev. Where's the dev map mode? Economy, development. Yeah, it's higher def than anywhere else. Coring all of this, and you do have to full core it because it's on your subcontinent. It's expensive. Yeah, I think we'll just focus on the areas for the missions and then see how far we go beyond that. I'll let it run a bit while I'm catching up with what's going on. We do need to recover manpower. Stranger in a strange land. Not interested. So these guys are still a tributary. You are still completely disloyal. Independent, supported by everyone. Sure. Venice, whatever. Okay, money, we're making plenty of money, very good. But I think that's also because I've got almost none of my army right now. Yeah, we're meant to have like 40,000 troops and we've got 15. That's why we're not paying for any of them at the moment. Keep exploring, we're almost done exploring everywhere in the world. We've got claims all over here. Okay. We can make states here. Nope, that's going to be a colonial nation. And so is that. Sure, we have a bit of spare admin to spend on that. And a fight. Only options are victory or major victory, so no concerns there. The Prism River Sisters. The icy winds are unbearable for you and your maid, but fortunately she got an idea. If you fly over the clouds, you won't get hit by the nearing blizzard. First he thought this would be a stupid idea, but as you start to lose any feeling in your limbs, you immediately fly with her over the clouds. It is astonishing how much warmer it is over the clouds, even if the sun directly shines upon your sensitive skin. You fly forwards until three girls get in your way. It appears they are poltergeists from Europe, and they hunger for the meat of your servant. Because of your sun-sensitive skin, you are too weak to stand against them. Instead, you will have to let Sakyo Izayo, your loyal servant, handle this task. This writing could use a little bit of cleanup. We've got not that much more Denmark power than them, but enough to steamroll the fight anyway. That's fine. That's being caught, good. We don't care about aggressiveness because of the policy we're running. Is it called a policy? Where is that? Yeah, policy. Okay. So really at the moment, I just want to sit tight for a minute, catch up on our manpower, and then get enough money to head over into Europe. We don't want to fully ignore Gensokyo though. You keep going. We do still have missions and claims here. You go here. Yeah, we do still have missions and claims, so we're working on integrating them. That will give us some manpower. Then we want to go for these guys. More from these guys. We get an event from that. This is kind of unimportant. I solved any incident with okay or better ending, which we'll definitely get from the incident that's currently going on. Also need 75 prestige and plus 20% discipline. We get 5% core creation cost. That's very good. Okay. But we definitely want to get discipline as soon as possible. Of course, we also need it for the mission to appease Satori. We need to deal with their liberty desire at some point. That's going to be a whole task. Death, temples, workshops, and yeah, 20% discipline for Vioni. We can take, speaking of discipline, there we go. There's another 5%. We get some here, so yeah, for completing all ideas we get 7.5%. We've also got 20% core creation cost back there, so looking forward to that. And then, sure, ship durability. There's no reason not to take it, it's free. Yeah, so this whole tree of a mission we're working on. This abandoned mansion owned, that's over here, a bit further along. Oh, my phone is not set to do not disturb. Let me fix that real quick. Do not need things popping up while I'm streaming. Check this notification now that I've seen it. Okay, tracking is still good. Alright, that's all sorted. Yeah, so we want this province and we get some Navy tradition, claims, and ISO. And for owning all of this little sea tile here, I'll double mention in every province bordering the Misty Lake will change the culture to Scarlet, irrelevant. Religion will change Sakurai Shinto, which I think affects a couple of these provinces. We get a 25-year modifier. Meh. This will happen at some point, but it's not a priority by any means. This, Discovery from Progress, that's going to be a long time because we're going to be spending that. This, Army Professionalism, that's a long-term thing. Trade down here, that will happen naturally as we get that, and then we get claims up here. And then we can invade the moon, lovely. What is the trade flow actually from the moon? The moon is an end node. So maybe we do want to look at that a little more closely. And then the rest of the tree is all about Europe. Okay, so sit tight, get manpower back, get money to go into Europe, expand there first, and then use the additional dev and trade from the English Channel to fund further conquest in Gensokyo. Because it's just, as I say, this place is really high dev. It's just easier to expand outside of Gensokyo, I think, and then bring that strength back with us than to try and force it here. If I were a little bit better of a player, if I had a bit more idea of how to really game the game, then loans. God, I take loans. Then we could expand here, and I know it's possible to conquer the entire island pretty damn quickly. Especially because it's an island, so all of your aggressive expansion is entirely contained to this space. And with not that many nations around, you can true struggle really easily here to expand really rapidly. We're at pretty high blood frenzy. And Scarlet Charisma. Austria's the new emperor. Alright, Scarlet Charisma. Did we finish the mission for using that? 3 countries, currently 1, is not an ally nor a subject of Scarlet Realm, but has at least 65 trust of us. No need to take that immediately. 65 trust of us. Is there a trust map mode? There's opinion, but that doesn't take trust into account. Coalition, truce. A royal marriage of them. No trust map mode it looks like. That's unfortunate, because I cannot remember who I was trying to get on a good side of previously. We can join a coalition against Sunflower Fields. And I've got a few people mad at them. AE, map mode. Huh. We're not allied with them, right? We've just got the royal marriage, and then did they rival us or something? No, we allied with Tengu Realm and they're rivaled with them, so they broke the alliance with us. Unfortunately. Okay. You're on neutral. Senkai has got high trust. Who? Okay, human capital is 1 of 3. Senkai I think we're working on, so that'll be 2 of 3. Now who's the last one? You're allied with us. Warrior clan, no. A subject, no. Yeah, Senkai. Just Senkai then? Okay, Heaven has a bit of positive opinion of us. Or higher trust even. Okay, well, for lack of anyone else, I guess we go for Senkai and Heaven. 10 charisma for 10 trust and 50 opinion. That's them almost there, almost. Takes a while for this to charge up though. We gain a bit under 1 per month. Not too long then. A few more places have gotten cord. This needs to be converted before I can trade company it. Oh, are you done then? We've got everywhere. Can we circumnavigate? We need to be Tech 9 before we're allowed to, despite having sailed basically everywhere. Okay, we're a little bit behind on Diplotech actually. That's fine. We'll incorporate these 2 fleets back together later. I guess I don't really need an explorer fleet anymore. I'll keep them around and hopefully the pop-up will remind me once we have Tech 9 that I should do a circumnavigation. We must protect our trade and help them out. Good. Religion here changes to Hakurai Shinto. Yes. The other 2 are Hakurai Shinto. We've got no government reform progress. I don't want corruption though. And we're only paying 85 to stab up, so that's absolutely nothing. And you're finished exploring. Okay, we've got the whole world in our sights. Colony is doing good. We're annexing Cernia. And we're about a little under halfway recovered. 2 relation slots over. So Cernia will deal with 1 of those. And then the Royal Majesty of Sunflower Field. But breaking it on our end would cost us prestige and stability. After I just pressed stab up. I don't really want to do that. But we'll do it later. This is already ticked down again. So we need something like 40, 50? It costs 10 each time and you need at least 30 to use it. So we need like 50 Scarlet Charisma to influence both of them once. Except we need to influence Heaven a couple times. Oh, it's all getting a little complicated, a little expensive. Particularists? Where are you spawning? Manokwari. Manokwari. Over here. Really now? Regular religion event. We can gain ducats and admin power or a workshop. Give me the workshop, please. How is the income doing now that the army's growing a bit? Still pretty high. And we've almost paid off all the loans. Inflation is dropping, we have an advisor for that. I want to see how the income is once the army is back at full size, and then depending on how it is, I will pay to improve our advisors. But I don't want to upgrade them and then find out I don't actually have the money for it, and need to get rid of them again. This is still at plus 25 for 3 years ahead of time. We don't really need the extra governing capacity, so no reason to get it early. I'll just wait for the discount to come in. Oh, and we had an estate agenda to pay off a debt. 10 loyalty, a skill-free master of mint who's 50% cheaper. Now, I was just saying I'd wait, but how much cheaper is 50%? Oh, still like 6 ducats. Compared to a 1.25 we're paying at the moment. That's kind of pricey. We should have ticked up by the time we reach 91 and can seize land again. And likely to pop in 1.1 years. Are you going to finish before that? You've got 1.2% missionary strength. Maybe they finish before then. I don't really care about autonomy in some random colonial province. No devastation, please. That's increased to 2.4 years. They're probably going to get it done before then. Shouldn't be an issue. How much manpower are we getting a month? 250, not much. Oh, eu4 Konfaku, half human, half phantom gardener. Gardener? I do not remember that bit of lore. You got a heavy sunburn, so your servant carries you and decides to land on the other side of a barrier. In moments like these, you're happy to have somebody like Sakura on your side. I do like that we get specific event text for the incident for being the Scarlet Realm. That's very, very useful. I appreciate the extra attention to detail. After a short rest, you and your mate continue your path. But there's something strange about this place. While you see living, blooming cherry blossom trees, you don't find any living creatures here. It appears that your servant and you land in the realm of the undead, and you attract the attention of many ghosts. A few minutes later, you attract the attention of a special phantom, eu4 Konfaku. The gardener of the Netherworld and loyal servant to her mistress is getting in your way. And yet again, Sakura and you will have to fight. That's Yuyuko's servant, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. Actually, I think her and Yuyuko were in the most recent fight animation by -T, actually. Let's have a look. 60% chance of victory, 40% of major victory. No issues there then. And prestige, a bit of mill power. We are fairly ahead of tech, 2 years ahead. But we're also getting neighbor bonus. Who's managed to tech up before us? Mayuhiga. Oh, come on. I'm pretty sure Archsace or Kikuyaku. Oh right, Mayuhiga gets this event every now and then where Yukari just decides to bugger off for a while. Which is quite funny. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they get a bunch of events in between that give them bonuses to 1-up points, if I remember rightly. I spend that, and we've gotten our special on National Tax Modifier, and most of the relevant, decent ones. I guess just grab Prestige Decay for what it's worth. We are kind of not getting as much prestige at the moment. So, oh, come on, did they actually? No, they rose up here in the subject province. That's fine then. I don't think we need to bother taking care of that for them. Trade efficiency, morale of navy, spy network construction. Kind of rubbish all around. Can we get something better? On the month tick. Diplomatic reputation, much nicer. In fact, I'm pretty sure higher Diplo rep means, yeah, 1.02, we get Scarlet Charisma quicker. Right, that event popped, 73, 76. I probably want to use it on them first and get everyone close, because if we use it on these guys, well, I guess in the long run it actually doesn't make any sort of difference. I'm pretty sure it costs more than it claims to, though. We're losing some of the temporary claims that we got from the Scarlet Mist incident, where it would just give us random claims on neighbors. These guys are almost integrated, which is good. What on earth? Mission. Oh, 65 trust, not 75. Whoops! I completely misread that. My bad. Okay, Eternal Charisma. War is one way to enforce a mistress's will, but it is not the most elegant one. Soldiers die, land gets devastated, and ducats vanish. Debatable on that last one. Thanks to the charisma of our mistress, however, we can ensure that at least the soldiers and the land of another, less important country get affected. The world shall know the eternal Scarlet Charisma and oblige to our bidding. And we get decrease the cost of Scarlet Charisma diplomatic actions and 25 prestige. Lovely. Not as relevant, I think, here on Gensokyo. Because as I said, with only a few nations around, you can true struggle pretty effectively, but over on the mainland, if someone has some annoying alliance and I can drag, I don't know, the Ottomans into a war on my side just for free, basically, definitely worth it. Yep, keep spending admin on that. We are capped out, basically. This is still at plus a bunch of years. We can dev a little, I guess. A couple clicks in here, and here, and here. There we go. That should be plenty. That by the time it ticks back up to 1,000, we won't be so ahead of tech anymore. Sure, we can lose a little money in the meantime. There we go, already way less expensive. And we've integrated them, which does mean we get a Diplo rep penalty. It's a good thing we sorted that out without we sorted the mission out before we got that, since it would slow down our Scarlet Charisma gain. We're now only making 0.7 a month. Okay, cool. Icy Nuisance. Originally, our home was once the island of the fairies led by Cerno. When Remelia set her foot in Gensokyo, she saw the potential of the island and the lands claimed by the fairy. She quickly transported the mansion to the island and hired a majority of the more mature and smarter fairies as our maidens. However, the ice-brained Cerno saw this business as an invasion and tried to use violence to get us off the island. Cerno didn't get far though, as she was immediately knocked out by Sakia. Ever since, Cerno has become our vassal, but her performance is questionable at best. It would be best if we take direct control over her land, and we get a token amount of manpower. We've also completed deal with Reimu. Hakure Shrine is owned by us, and one of the following must be true, and one of the following must be true. Scarlet Mist has been resolved, or it's at least 1550. Gensokyo is a wild land, and many of their residents try to do their own shenanigans, which later often get labelled as incidents. Of course, Remelia's prank of releasing the Scarlet Mist has been treated as one of these incidents. However, not everyone is happy if a yokai is doing mischief, and so Reimu, the Shrine Maiden of Gensokyo, usually faces these yokai. She can be quite the nuisance, but she can also be quite lax with her job. We should convince her to let us pass with our activity by either using her charisma or bribing her. And then we get a bit of missionary strength, whatever. Next we need to deal with Yukari. And then it will be good. Center of trade, where we just integrate it. What trade zone is this in? That's in the Forest of Magic. Well, more power downstream does mean that we can stop wealth being leached out up here. We get a couple ships. I'm pretty sure we're way over navy limit, so let's just delete these. These as well. And we get a few troops. That does put us over force limit. What have I got here? 36 and 4. And our combat width is 24, so that's really kind of overkill. Do I keep these troops around at all, or do I just... Because I'd probably be better off using that force limit in artillery, rather than starting a second actual combat stack so early. But I think I'll keep them anyway. I'm gonna ditch 2 cavalry to get us back below force limit. And we'll get them a... Oh, we've got generals, excellent. This is still here. How close are you to finishing? Only about halfway. This might actually be closer than I had. 190 points. Hell no. At that point, I'm gonna... Yeah, we've got 21 transports. Let's just get this dealt with. Okay. And that's the only... I mean, these guys... 0.9 and 0.9, so they're never going to revolt, which means we can set our main army to drill. Then we'll head over there, sort those guys out. Oh, in fact, that just stopped, even though I took them off of rebel suppression. Not sure how the game figures that one, but I shan't argue too much. Own subjects, there we go. Oh, they're already at maximum improved relations. Okay. And provoke revolt. Oh, we finished another colony. Well, continue in the same vein right here. I want a colonial nation down here. We've got 1, 2, 3. That'll make 4. So we're still a little while off actually getting the colonial nation, since we need 5 provinces for that to form. Still a year ahead of time on both of these. July now, so we'll grab them both as soon as the year ends. We must seek Ottoman protection, damn. So Crimea is a tributary only. Okay. The Ottomans do own this. Muscovy, oh. Muscovy's having a hell of a time of it. Lithuania is under Poland. And they've taken a bit of Crimea. Genoa still holds that. Casa, I'd love to see how the Great Horde is doing. But considering how Muscovy's name stretches down here, I'm pretty sure the answer is poorly. Samskis here. Not one you see that often. It's 1491 and the Ottomans are pushing into Central Egypt and taking Albania. These guys are going to be a pain to deal with. Luckily we're playing people with genuine actual magic, so there's a limit to how much of a threat they can present to us. Send those guys back out, send you back to drill. That is their problem, not mine. We can seize land, everyone is above 50%. We're almost above 50% control crown land, so the benefits will kick in at that point. This land we've cored. I can full core. This land as well. Oh, we already had a core on that. Oh, but because this is subject land and we integrated them. We can upgrade a center of trade here. Lovely. Right, that's specifically why I conquered these provinces, isn't it? So I could get the centers of trade. Okay. And we're now losing innovativeness. So, time to tech up. More gov capacity in courthouses. May steel maps can build docks. And infantry fire, cavalry shock, and build regimental camps. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, next one is up on colonialism. What are the requirements? 1500. Lots of stuff. Province owner has enabled Icelandic ideas, winter jasmine ideas. Nope. Quest of a new world. Yada yada yada. Hang on, what did we... Yeah, quest for the new world. I've got exploration ideas. What are you on about? Oh, it's multiple one of the followings, isn't it? Okay, so one of the following has quest of a new world. Check. One of the following, any own province on a continent, North America, South America, or the New World. Not yet. We've been expanding into Australia. Any subject country, one of the following must be true. Is a colony, is a crown colony, yada yada yada. Capital, north, south of the New World. So one in Australia will not count. And finally, one of the following must be true. At least one province in the New World can have discovered. Okay, so if I want to be eligible for spawning colonialism, I gotta colonize somewhere over here. This colony has barely started. I'm going to abandon it. Sucks a little bit. I do want to get the colonial nation down here as quickly as possible. But if I could happen to get lucky and spawn colonialism, that would be super nice. This trade route feeds into us in Panama, but we don't have the colonial range. We've got range over here, of course, because we've got all these little islands in between. We've got range up here, but we don't have range for Panama. How far away is it? Effective distance 600 and colonial range 490. Oh, what mission have I fulfilled? Dominate the trade, 75% or more. Nice. 600 ducats, permanent claim, and subjugation Casus Bellis for 75 years. Okay, we'll come back to that in a moment. First, it's a Diplo advisor that gives you colonial range, right? I want to see if there's anywhere along this coast that I can get my hands on. Please don't spawn more tier 3 guys, they're more expensive to get rid of. General died. Colonial range, excellent. Okay, well we can get a bit further south, but that is about it. We still don't have range where we really want to be. I guess we'll pick... nope, there's a nation there. Unfortunate. Okay, here and then we can conquer these guys and these guys. Oh wait, that's Mayuhiga. What the hell? What are you doing over here? Increase until 1500, which is too late for the purposes of this. Well... do I still want to pick there then? I mean, this is all the same, what's it called? A trade... what are they called? Region? Company? I'm not actually sure that there is a name specifically for... node, there it is, trade node. You'd think after a couple thousand hours playing this game I wouldn't forget stuff like that, but here we are. Right, the colonists. No, don't go there. Go up here. That has Local trade power, there we go. We just need a province in the New World, so since we can't get the one we really want, this will do. I also don't have the range to get next to Mexico and conquer my way through that region, so I shall simply leave them be for now. Now then, Yamashiro Capopolis, allied with Idle Realm and the Tengu Realm. That's a bit unfortunate. Is there any chance I could persuade you not to be allied with them? Trust towards Capopolis, no Casaspelli. Well, I will get a Casaspelli, but darn. So we will lose an ally attacking them. Yeah, do that. Guess we declare on the Idle Realm first. Ether Club, Nuke Alliance, Capopolis. Then break that alliance. Ugh, that's a whole task. Okay, well 75 years is a pretty long time for a CB. So I think we can just click that now and then keep an eye on the situation as it develops. We do get a claim on Capopolis and Yamashiro. And you are a vassal of the Moria clan who are allied with me, unfortunately. Are you more eager to now? No Casaspelli. We definitely do have EBs though. Have they not appeared yet? Is this one of those month tick things? No. Tengaram will defend. They currently have 10. Defensive wall plus 30, attitude towards enemies minus 20. Maybe I can get them wrapped up in another war, exhaust them a little, and then they won't defend this? How big are you by the way? 240%, so there's absolutely no way we're doing this conquest. We are going to take the subjugation Casaspelli, definitely. If there's anything worth buying. I know I need to save money for the island in Europe, but we should probably deal with a Kappa first and then expand into Europe afterwards. Yes, give me another workshop for free. Thank you very much. We're almost... oh. Ah, and there's Yuriko herself. The Heart Phantom disappeared after your fight, and Sakyo and you continue your search. You find a suspicious path which leads you through a dense cherry blossom forest. While walking on the path, you encounter more and more spirits, ghosts, phantoms. Yelmo even tried to duel you again. This time, she would not deter you from reaching her mistress. You've made a very long journey to get to where you are now. You can't stop, not now. The path eventually leads to a dead tree, and in front of this tree you find a pink-haired woman in a dress full of frills, who is channeling the energies of the spring into the dead wood. The woman is Yoma's mistress Yuyuko Saigyoji, the ruler of Neverworld and a ghost princess, and she seems to be waiting for you. The goal is to get the yokai tree, Saigyu Ayakashi, to bloom, and for that she needs the powerful life essence of spring. She won't hesitate to kill you and Sakya for your essence of spring to resurrect the tree. And the only options are victory and major victory, so no issue there. That should be the incident pretty much resolved. In the meantime though, it's claiming that I've got supply limit here, but then I'm losing dudes to attrition because of the winter modifier. Well, if the incident is about to end, then I can just ignore that for a moment. And then as soon as the winter modifier goes away, we should be good again. How close are you to full? 40,000. Reinforcing 722 troops and needs 7,000. It is ticking downwards. We are still gaining more men than we are losing, even with a little bit of attrition. So no need to fret over that. Should at some point have a look at what provinces I need to build buildings in. All provinces in the Chiraden area, so that will be the capital area. Right, these ones need to have a temple and or temple or temple and workshop. There's a workshop and there's a shrine, so we're good on that front. Over here, workshop, shrine, workshop, shrine, workshop, shrine. Okay, I might have already gone through this previously, so just deving needs to be done now. Of course, it's not my province, so I can't put the dev edict on, unfortunately. Trust 90. How is our trust looking? 20. Ooh. Improve that a little bit. We don't gain favors with them since they're our subject. Okay, those provinces and then these provinces specifically. So this one, Temple Workshop, and that's at 8 dev. Curse Bridge, Underworld, Hellcast Plate, that's all in this area. Nuclear Furnace, which is this one over here, also has both the things. Good, good, good. So building wise we're all good, it's just for deving. Now I know deving lowers, I'm pretty sure lowers Liberty Desire, but I don't know if that will help in this case because their independence is being supported by so many other nations. It might be that we have to conquer like half of Gensokia before we can get this sorted out. Raiden gets 160% from everyone supporting them. That's pretty hefty. 54% from relative economic power. 8% from a lack of trust, 10 from better diplotech, and a bunch from their own dev and them being a rebellious subject by default. That hurts, all of it. I don't know exactly how much we'll gain from deving in their lands. Let's just give them a dev click. And see what that does. Developed provinces minus 24% from one click. Do I get that much each time, or does that scale somewhat? Okay, minus 29%. So the first one gives you a whole bunch, but it's a lot less afterwards. So that probably won't be enough on its own, really, to get us to the threshold. We're gonna have to get rid of all these people. Who are your conquest against? These guys. Why? Huh? Who are you and why am I interested in your land? There was probably a event somewhere there that I should have looked at and just kind of went past. I could just go conquer a bunch down here and not have to deal with waiting for my missionary to come back. Speaking of, not missionary, colonist, and speaking of missionaries, this place can get trade companied, because this is not part of the colonial region, it's just Australia itself, and I think New Zealand is also part of it. But anyway, yeah, these guys have 5k troops, these have 10k. let's stop eating attrition over here and split off. I've got 21,000 capacity on my ships. So forget. No, we can't really forget the cannons, can we? My combat width is 24. So 24, and we bring the cannons along because they're just too useful. I want to catch the ships in a moment when they're not movement locked. Go. Head on over here. Would be ideal if I could move them all in one trip, but 2 trips is fine too. I guess in the meantime we can stack these guys up together so that they can keep drilling. There we go. States I can make are both down here. That will become irrelevant in a few short moments. And since we're still making 21 duckers, do we either level up? Oh, I should stop running this guy. Yeah, level up all these guys. Does cut down our income a lot, but we're still making You're just messing with me now. We're still making decent progress towards the 2,000 we'll need to buy that island. It's just not a high priority right now because we want to expand here. We want to expand to the New World and conquer a bunch of that and this. But where is the colony? Yeah, up here. Occupied by Oirat. There's no way you're losing that war, surely. Minus 40%. You've got 47,000 troops. Whereas I know they're a horde and all, but they're like 3 mil-techs behind you. What are you doing? Ooh, got away with it. Oh, and we've... I guess clicking on Oirat made the game go, ha, actually, you should know what was happening everywhere. Oh, that was very dumb on my part. Okay, we'll just take one loan. Let's have a look. State of the world. I thought the Timurids were bigger, but no, they are collapsing as usual. Afghanistan's gone wild. There is Delhi. Is it original Delhi or is it someone formed Delhi? I think it's original Delhi. Mewar pretty big. Jampal Bengal, yeah, all the usual. Dam's pretty large. Jam might form Persia. Persia's getting seen quite often in recent patches. You argue with Chagatai in Japan, Kazan, Crimea, Uzbek, Chagatai. I mean, I think Muscovy's gonna kill them all. Almost done with Novgorod. Crimea, much bigger than I thought Crimea would be on the brink of disappearing, but no, they're actually doing pretty well. Okay. Anywho, who is our current deity? It's still the colonial one, right? Yeah, Keiki for... Nope. Keiki for manpower recovery speed and reinforce speed. Okay. We're currently at 105% discipline, so Junko won't get us all the way to the 20% we need. Death cost from Hekatia is nice. Colonial range and settler increase. Reduction of fisting stab cost. Trade efficiency, morale, tech and idea cost. And rest in economy. Yeah, let's go back to colonial range and global settler increase. Down to here. 464 out of 600. I think even with the advisor, we still wouldn't have been able to get all the way to Panama. So not too bad that we didn't get that sooner than now. Okay, here we go. So you... and you're with these guys and these guys. Declare war, conquest. You've stopped drilling. No, no, no. Go right back to it. It'll be a quick and easy war. There's really nothing down here that has any sort of chance of standing against us. In fact, while I'm at it, I should build a spy network. Let's withdraw you, I guess. I should build a spy network so we can get them right after as well. I think with 5, 6, 7, 8 provinces, the colonial nation should be big and strong enough to manage in our absence. The Australia one kind of doesn't have as many opponents as some of the other ones do. You know, the ones in Mexico tend to struggle a lot because it's all colonized land, which means they deal with religion and culture issues that regular colonies don't. And then the others deal with all sorts of native coalitions and stuff. But in Australia, it's kind of all split up by boat into these different regions, so they've got a lot easier time surviving. Grant New World Charter, Colonial Range, and an Explorer. No, not really interested. If it gave more settlers, maybe, but just a Colonial Range. Right, let me take a sip real quick. A very nice apple squash. This, I guess. Okay, Snow Spring Incident, good ending. It was an exhausting victory, but a victory nonetheless, and it has to be celebrated. After Sakyo and you arrive at your mansion, you decide to go with Sakyo to your good friend Reimu at the Hakurei Shrine. As you arrive there with the biggest cake Sakyo could make, you see two familiar faces. Yuyuko and Yomo from the Neverworld are already here. This, again, I've said this before, but this is one of my favorite parts of the Touhou lore. The fact that, like, the, you know, continent-spanning or region-spanning disasters come about because someone's bored, and then after it gets resolved, they all go and get drunk at the shrine together. But fortunately, they reveal themselves as nice people. Even better, Yuko thanks Sakyo for freeing her from the tree's evil influence. After some small talk, Reimu comes out of her shrine. She looks quite annoyed to have more guests, but in the end she lets you all in. Indoors, you have a pleasant chat with Yuko, who is now asking you and Sakyo to do her a favor. In order to gather the spring of Gensokyo, she asks Yukari to break the boundaries between Neverworld and Gensokyo. Now the ghosts are fleeing from Neverworld, and she wants you to ask her to repair it as she is too exhausted to go to Mayuhiga herself. So we can get the rewards, some admin, prestige, morale, its produce modifier, or we can get the rewards mostly, but also get some special event bosses. Now these I think are a good deal harder than the regular ones, so I'm going to shamelessly make a save here and then just roll back if we end up not being quite strong enough to beat them. Let's find out. Trading in magical tomes. All power costs minus 2.5%. God, I love mods and their modifiers. The kind of stuff that you just would not see in vanilla because it's frankly unreasonable. Can we get some more siege ability here with the ships? Yes, excellent. Ranyakumo, Shikigami of the Gap Yokai. On your way to Mayuhiga, let's just real quick. Victory, major victory, draw. Ooh. On your way to Mayuhiga, you encounter the cat Chen, and although she proves herself to be more powerful and less likely to be distracted than your last encounter with her, she was no match for you. But her defeat made somebody really angry. It appears Chen was a Shikigami, a magical tool for a far more powerful yokai, and Chen's owner is coming out now. I do like this as well. The ran as a familiar to Yukari being powerful enough to have her own familiar, which just speaks even higher of Yukari. You stand in front of a blonde woman with 9 foxtails and an angry look in her face. She reveals herself as Ran Yakumo, the Shikigami of her mistress Yukari Yakumo. She will guard her mistress and won't allow anybody to approach her. If you want to end this incident once and for all, you have to defeat her. We're only a bit stronger, but it's still very likely to win. Good. So it will just be a gamble on the very final fight. Was it this gives us some... Yeah, this gives us some Danmarker power, but we'd have to go this and this first, so we're definitely not sorting that out before this fight happens. We only hope for the best. We're getting some Danmarker power from the Shrine Maidens, yep, Danmarker fire support. I am looking forward to the next major update to this mod when they've done a bunch of stuff to rework how the Danmarker battle system works. I don't know the details of it, but I'm looking forward to it. Draw, victory, defeat. Ooh, okay. I don't remember that the Break of the Fourth Wall was ever an official title. Oh. Yukari Yakumo, Yokai of Boundaries, and Break of the Fourth Wall. If you actually play as Mayuhiga, unlike all of the other nations where it refers to you as whoever the character in charge is, if you play Mayuhiga, Yukari directly talks to you, the player, the whole time, which is quite funny. I don't remember that the Breaker of the Fourth Wall was ever an official title for me. Regardless, I'll have to congratulate you. You managed to wake me up. Not many people manage to do this, and especially if they are somebody like you. So what is your desire now, Romelia? What is so important that you have to attract the wrath of the Yokai of Boundaries? Yeah, 25%. I'm not going to bother trying to reload and game that. As long as we don't end up with defeat, it's fine. Yeah, draw. Meh. Draw's good enough. More Diplotech. Personal officers, Navy morale, colonial range, combat width. Okay, so at this point we can definitely reach over here now, right? Yeah. Oh, and we can... Let's get both of these guys over here in one spot. And then send them off together in one fleet to circumnavigate. Neverworld is attacking Fujiwara. Sure, go for it. 3% army professionalism, nice. Someone wants military access, human capital wants military access. You're involved in this mess. Ah, whatever. Snowspring incident, extra ending. 3 days after the encounter with Yukari, the amount of ghosts from Neverworld drastically decreased, but apparently she didn't repair the boundary fully and some of the ghosts can still be found here and there against Hokyo. Regardless, you managed to fulfill Yuriko's wish. Alright. Restoration of Neverworld boundary, plus we told of your faith, we get admin, we get a bunch of money, and we get some prestige. Let me pay off a loan. Very nice. We can also upgrade a great project in Shiraden. Carve capacity, Diplo annexation cost, provinces and area get a whole bunch of bonuses. Yeah, that's pretty cool, but I'm not paying that money to upgrade that for my subject. we'll do it later when I get it for myself. Sucks, but we can afford to lose the stability. In fact, while we're at it, let's sort this mess out. Yeah, bring us back to positive stability. Oh, these guys are running low on... Oh, but not that low. Okay, let's get you over here. I'm not sure where... Oh, okay, well, I was way too zoomed out. I was going to say, I'm not sure where their armies are at, but when I realized I've been playing so far zoomed out, of course I can't tell. Okay. We'll leave you to repair for a hot minute. Collapse of the Mamluk Sultanate. We hold Qaria for 3 years while we have 90% war score against the Mamluks, and fall of the Mamluk Sultanate fires. Right. Don't know how often the AI actually goes for that, if at all. 10k stack should be no problem against us, not with the difference in military technology. We are once again trading in magical tomes. I don't know why we stopped. The Ming are getting an earthquake, not our concern. Particularists have risen up. And Shiraden. Again, that's their problem. You're hiding on the island in my territory. Why? Because of a strait? Ah. Don't know who has naval superiority here. Sure, give him support. Okay, this is kind of irritating, because every now and then I see that we're taking attrition because some idiots got way too many troops just hanging around over here. That's like 100,000 guys just running back and forth because they can't figure out how to sort out a strait. Please, AI, get a grip. And you're pretty much repaired. So, explore. Oh, we still can't circumnavigate. There's apparently still sea tiles somewhere that we haven't explored yet. Or not sea tiles, even coasts. Where, what, up here? This, yeah. Okay. Fujiwara is no longer a valid rival. And there's a new great power. Neverworld. Neverworld Makai, the lunar capital. All the Ottomans. Oh, normally when the AI has me beat on great power status, it's because of like an institution or something. But no, the Ottomans are genuinely bigger. That is horrifying. All beware. So you, who owns this? Laraka. Okay. Privileged Sky Vassal, Annex Migratory Tribe. Just in case. I don't know if you've got anything else around the place that I haven't seen. It doesn't look like it, but if you do, it doesn't matter now. And core that. Let's also make sure that in here we've got include subjects pre-ticked. Our Master of Mint is dead, that's unfortunate. Get a new one. That's all the troops fully gone. Okay, I thought this might take down after we get the Master of Mint, but no, we're genuinely making that much money. Innovativeness 56, we're already pretty good. But also colonialism doesn't spawn for another 3 years. So, mill tactics, yeah. Since we are probably going to have to lose an ally anyway to go to war with the Kappa, who were allied with the Tengu realm. Attacker against Tondor. Oh, you had a bunch of land out here. Do the Kappa have Plutocratic economic and national propaganda ideas, so no exploration or expansion. Weird. And explore American East Coast. We're on Diplotech 7. We've just taken more Tech 9, so it shouldn't be far off from being able to take a rest. Right. We've had this before. Which one? Yeah, give me the extra colonist, please. And let me send them to Panama. So good to have. Let me take another drink. I was playing, oh, the AI actually went for it. Good God. What an absolutely horrifying Ottomans. I would not want to be playing in Europe with this on my doorstep. I swear I've like never seen them take this. Well. What was I thinking? Just gonna talk about, right, modded stuff. I was playing the Anbanar mod a while ago and doing a run as one of the Harpy nations, and I was really feeling the lack of missionaries. It's reasonably straightforward to stack missionary strength, but getting more actual missionaries really difficult with just the basic mechanics, because in vanilla, if you're playing like Christians or Muslims, then with all of the wonders around and like the special sites you get so many extra missionaries from them. But if you're playing a religion in a mod and there aren't monuments all over the place for extra missionaries, you basically just don't have any. Why can't I call this a missionary is already here? I appreciate how eager you guys are, but no. Oh, wait, no, I shouldn't bring you back there, should I? I should bring you over here, so that I can attack these guys. Covert actions, fabricate claim on that, and stop building my network. In a claim, conquest, yada yada yada. Be for peace, take that. I'm pretty sure I don't actually need to call all of these, and at some point, no, not when I've got so much money. Castile, Forest of Magic, we're so close to just deleting them anyway. And I can seize land. There we go, we're finally getting reform progress growth. I have like 5 separate forts that I've lost track of all of them. So hard to get extra missionaries. Something. Oh, I don't need to be coring all of this, I'm pretty sure, because once there's 5 cores, the colonial nation will form and get all of the land anyway. But I'm not 100% absolutely certain on that, so I'm just gonna keep going with it. Eh? Oh, you moved. And now I have a claim on an empty province. You think you can escape? And not. Army in level of drilling, there we go. Still no manpower. Get the fleet out here for the extra siege. ability progress, whatever it counts for. What does it count for? I assume it will be in here somewhere. Fort defense. Our siege abilities. Supply sorted. No. What level, I guess, is on our side? No. Attrition. Burst of magic is no longer a valid rival. Leader siege. Besieging artillery. Progress modifier from being under a blockade. Fort level. So what if I send you away then? -2 from province not being blockaded. Okay. Walls breached. Don't have, so that's not on the list. No great project upgrading guy. The new lawful emperor, good for him. Bainaka, oh, you sod. How dare you? How dare you occupy my provinces? I didn't even notice the first one, I must have just clicked straight past the event. It's a really poor habit on my part. I could have sworn at some point you could annex these guys and take all of their tribal land. Maybe it was when you integrated them? Or maybe I'm misremembering entirely. It's possible. But I thought at some point you could take all of their tribal lands as well in a peace deal. That might have just been patched out at some point. Okay, we're almost at Tech 9. We can almost circumnavigate. Get better ships, more naval maintenance, more colonial range, may study technology. Study tech not so useful. I feel like Tech 9, by the time you reach around this era, 1500, study technology is probably not that useful to you anymore, because as the player, you're just going to be outscaling the AI anyway. Okay, this is not all part of one colonial nation region, is it? I need to look up where the exact borders of the colonial nation is, so that I don't start putting a colony down too far south and then it doesn't form. Yeah, that's definitely, so hang on, where? Yeah, so this is... Okay, so here, this is the border of the colonial nation region. But the north of this is one, the south of this is a different one, and it goes a little bit east. So, I think that is the only valuable for trade point in here. I guess let's just not make life difficult for them, and let's just colonize 5 provinces all next to each other over here. Yeah. No need to confuse the AI with splitting their lands up a bunch. I know colonial nations tend to be decent with using their ships, but they're still AI, and the AI is still limited. That'll be actually a fairly interesting thing to see in EU5. Because they're making so many changes, I have to assume that a little bit of an update to how the AI works is going to be among them. For peace, take that, take everything. Yeah, so updated AI is gotta be among what we're doing. I mean, the AI will have to be different simply to cope with all of the new stuff in the game. And I'm very curious what form exactly that will take. Okay, we can purchase an island in Europe. For some reason, Price of Magic is available again. Did those guys disband, or are they lurking somewhere? Ah, we didn't get it. Too slow. Oh no, we got a colony just now, so just unlucky. Just unlucky. Oh well. It should take up in our provinces for, yeah, plus 3.4 per month. In a province with at least 30 and less than 40 development. Oh. Port, capital of a country with a new world colonial nation. Hmm. It grows everywhere? Oh. Just again, that's against Tokyo only? Yeah. You haven't even embraced feudalism over here. What? Colonialism, friendly province. Okay, so that's against Tokyo only. We get a special discount on everything. The cult of Shiki. Switching to different religion will not hurt Shikis. Shinkism. Alright, they get their own, like, worship their leader religion. Good for them. Good for her. 952, I think not. I think we'll let that take down a little. Okay, these guys appear to have fully disappeared, so let's bring our troops back home. And actually, real quick. Purchase an island in Europe. Have at least 2,000 be at peace. Have a Diplo rep of 2. Okay. Before we can start any operation in Europe, we need a base first. So some money and good charisma. Romelia can buy a nice island of one of the Europeans. That is Romelia and 3 Flannery Coppets as Lady Dimitrescu. Romelia as Lady Dimitrescu is kind of hilarious just inherently because she's so short and Lady Dimitrescu is so tall. Finding a good starting base in Europe is not easy. Many Europeans refuse to see one of their mainland sell, I assume, one of their mainland provinces. Instead, Romelia has to rely on purchasing an island. Luckily, these humans are more than happy to sell some island to us, if the price is correct. If we do not leave them as enemies and the opinion is not below 0, the owner will most likely accept. The opinion is below 0 though, because of a different religion modifier. So we can buy the Isle of Man, we can buy Corsica, Minorca, and Bornholm. Let's just improve relation with England a bit, and then buy the island of them. Because the Isle of Man is just the best option for me. I'm not interested in fighting the Ottomans right now. Not for a good while yet. They've got 75,000 troops and all that it is, it's the Ottomans, you know. Corsica, if I were going to go into Italy, sure, but 1% of land. No. If I were going to go into Italy, then Corsica would be good, but I have no interest in the AE you gain in the Italian region. I could handle Italy on its own or Gensokyo on its own, but if I get a coalition that's Italy and Gensokyo, I do not have the troops to split between Gensokyo and the Old World. Then there's this, which means we have to kill Aragon, which means we have to deal with a Castile that's probably going to get the Burgundian inheritance. In fact, I'm surprised they haven't yet. Bornholm is just kind of random, to be honest, and I don't want or need anything up here. And then there's the Isle of Man, and a bunch of our missions are about getting into England anyway, and then into the English Channel and into France, so this is the obvious option. They've got a positive opinion of us now, so purchase the Isle of Man. Excellent. Highlander Catholic. Mission fulfilled, land in Europe. Now that we have discovered our home continent of old times, we need to establish a base of operations for our grand return. Fortunately, the charisma and the fortune of our mistress allows us to make a deal with one of those clueless rulers of Europe, but surely recommends to buy one of 5 islands to make it into our headquarters. The event Remelia's Ambitions happens. With a return to Europe, our good Mrs. Remelia announced a long list of ambitions and claims her bloodline has created over centuries. It was a 30-meter long parchment with various descriptions of claims. It starts with the title of Flanders ownership and ends with the right of forming a crusade in Anatolia. And a lot more ambitions are on the way. So we get a permanent claim on the Flanders area, on the entire Britain region, the entire France, Italy and Anatolia region. Oi. Man, I love mods. I a while ago, because I really enjoy playing hordes in the base game, but I've played most of them several times recently, I was looking through a bunch of mods like Post-Phenum and oh god, the names escape me off the top of my head. Antebellum and all sorts of stuff like that. Looking for some nice ones, and the expanded mod series, all that kind of stuff. Looking for some nice ones with mission trees for hordes. And I found that all of them have taken pains to nerf the hordes. They get temporary modifiers as their mission rewards. Not even like temporary claims, temporary modifiers. And none of the vast sweeping permanent claims that make playing hordes so fun. I really think more mods need a really good world conquest mission tree. And I know like Ambernar has a few, and they are pretty damn good, but they're also usually attached to countries of massive disasters and stuff halfway through the run. And I don't want that. I want to be OP, you know? I want to be OP start to finish and just enjoy a nice, chill world conquest game. And this is definitely delivering. So yeah, could have gone here into Italy, but we will instead go here into England. And then mission-wise, we've got Sakia's Origin, which we need to own Lancashire and 20 provinces in England. French Heritage, 5 provinces that produce wine or champagne in France, and all provinces in the Languedoc area. Western Burgundy, Languedoc, down here. Flanders for Flandre. Wait, what do we get for these? We get temporary mod and a event, a Mansion of Liverpool. Temporary mod, meh. Temporary mod. Claims on Greece and Bulgaria and Wallachia. And the end of the papacy. Ooh. Joyful. Yeah, for all that, this should be pretty straightforward. Out with England and Berg, and that's within what we have claims on, so we declare on England with our, hang on, let's let a month tick by so that we get our updated claims. So we declare on England and we co-belligerent Flanders. Oh, wait, what? Oh, very nice. Austria. Okay, there's only so many great powers I can fight in one go. Maybe we start with Scotland. Or with France. Start with France and co-belligerent Scotland. Sweden is kind of big, but at some point Muscovy's gonna kick their teeth in. Okay. Well, that's all for at some point. First, we really need to be focusing on these guys. Why would the Moria clan even... Oh, because they're Moria Shinto, and I assume you're Defender of the Faith? Allied with Tengu Mountain. Alright, Moria clan is Defender of the Moria Shinto Faith. But they hate Capopolis. Or Capopolis. The Tengu will end their alliance with me over this, which sucks. But whatever. We probably will just go for this once we've actually got some manpower back. And then what follows on from here? Complete the missions. Hatred does not exist. Germany does not exist. Holy Roman Empire as in the tag does not exist? Oh yeah, the tag doesn't exist and there's less than one member of the HRE. And we get points in the mod, whatever. Temporary mod, meh. True Vampire Lord until end of the game. There we go. Manpower modifier, army tradition, legitimacy. London, Venezia, Torda. Sure. Is a hegemon. No European country, excluding Flanders realm. More than 1,000 total development. And we gotta be in absolutism, temp modifier, whatever. 35% of the crown, and we get Remedius Legacy, Morale of Armies, Yearly Prestige, Yearly Global Trust Growth. Excellent. Unnatural moon in the sky. The night would have been like any other normal night, but yet this night differs. For a normal human, there is no difference to see, but for yokai, the yokai not only see it, but also feel it. The moon, a source of the needed moonlight, it has been replaced. Somebody put an imitation in its place and covered the original moon up. As long as this fake moon stands, the masses of weak yokai have troubles to keep their sanity. It is only a matter of time before they turn feral. Alright, we'll get on fixing that. We can purchase another ability. I guess get me more taxes cost. Yeah, hang on, when does this age end? Age of Reformation, where Protestant has been enabled for 120 months. Okay. Too early on this. You need to go back and get the rest of those guys. Unrest plus 8. Oh. Oh no. I forgot what this incident is like. And feral yokai have risen up in Shiraden because the AI just clicks the event. Okay. Oh, actually, this might devastate the Tengu enough that they don't join in on the war when I declare on Capropolis if they get unrest and a whole crap ton of rebels spawning. This could be perfect. And devastation by default and the yokai spawn. Yeah. For the time being they're still willing, but it's only a +10. Attitude towards enemies because they like us so much. Right, yeah. Huge opinion, loads of trust, high favors. There is opportunity here. Let me bring these army stacks together so I can reshuffle them a bit. My current combat width is 25. Because I keep to like to keep numbers even, that really means 26 for me. Oh, not the whole army is here yet. Colonial charter, colonial governor is written to us employing, yada yada. Bunch of money, bunch of diplo power for support for colonialism. No, colonialism is going to spawn so quickly here. It's already 44% present. I might as well turn on the advancement effort edicts around here. Expensive edicts. Oh, took a moment to catch up. Okay, combine you guys. Right, so combat with 25. If I just split this, I get 19, 4, and 2. That's actually not bad. I can work out 2 stacks out of that. Once I've got the manpower. eu4 says knowledge sharing. My Hugo has got knowledge of the moon, and my Master of Mint is dead once again. Why must you do this to me? Get me a new one then, please. There was also some pop-up about a missionary a minute ago, but that seems to have gone away. Ah, there we go. The Crown Colony of Scarlet Australia. 175, 25, unrested yokai will be removed. Yes. We'll spend money on getting that sorted. There we go, and they've taken all of that. Cool. They're also... At this point, they're like immediately almost big enough to provide me with a merchant, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 provinces. Yeah, so they need only 2 more and then they'll be good. I hit enter when I really wanted to read this, and I assume it was about them switching religion. No, this is already Moria Shinto. There's... I don't know whether conversion shows up in the province history. Okay. They're still willing to join in, still a full 10 willingness. How much inflation do I still have? 1.5. I'd still like to get rid of that, even if it is a little expensive. Explorer has died, tragic. We can stop improving relations with England. We're at Dip Tech. Not quite 9 yet. We can recruit Korkuma again, we don't need it. Yearly prestige, not what I'm after. Coalition against Neverworld. No coalition in Forest of Magic might join too. 2 people does not a coalition make. Neverworld has embraced colonialism, that was quick. National tax, nope. Get me an inflation reduction guy, please. I wouldn't go as far as to say I need one, but I would very much like to have one. Okay, we're going to take National Tax Modifier guy temporarily, because I'd very much like to have enough money both for these events and to embrace the institution. Because it shouldn't be, yeah, 92, 96. Shouldn't be long at all before it spreads through most of the land. And then it should be relatively cheap to get. There we go. Guide him to an existing colony. Colonies are both a bit over halfway done. Ah, S18. I think we're not gonna get enough money to do this in time. Or just barely, because we make enough this month to cover the debt. Nice. Northern Fairyland doesn't require that anymore because there's only one province and we've got the thing. Can I turn it on anywhere else? Down here has got that. Devastation, Hakurai Coast. How did this become devastated? What happened here? Here has got it as well. Over here has got it as well. Again, there's devastation. Who had their ships sitting off of my coast? I do not get it. Surely not the colonial nations. Not colonial, the natives, when I was at war with them. You are still like super disloyal. 155 from the supporters. Our growth has definitely helped in that regard. Trust is still low, so they're getting plus 7.2 disloyalty from it. Can I carry favors with you at anything approaching a reasonable rate? Plus 2.6 each month. Honestly, I figured it would have been worse than that. You're making horrifically slow progress. Let's just turn that off. And where else? Up here, we don't want to core or trade company that. We want a colonial nation. I can seize land, and I will. This we are gonna get enough money for. Excellent. And admin tech. Already down to 900. But I'm never going to get actually half the cash for that. Not with constantly paying off events. 1025 out of 1150. The general has died and we're not drilling anymore. Oh, speaking of, this fleet is just sitting here. Tech trade in my main trade node. This has been very slowly ticking down over time. We are full up on Scarlet Charisma. Okay, lots of stuff. Right. Wiggle Nightbug, the Firefly Yokai. As you start to look for the cause of a fake moon, you lose your way in the Forest of Magic. Of course you could see the way, but a fine lady such as you isn't made for a walk in a savage forest. The fake moon shines in the night sky, but its light doesn't reach the ground, though the only light you can see are those belonging to the fireflies everywhere. As you find your way back to the path, a green-headed girl with bug wings and antennae approaches you. It is apparent that this girl is Wiggle Nightbug, the mistress of the insects in this forest, and she wants you to pay some more respect to the insects. Minor victory bonus. Or some military power. No, fight. Feral Yokai gatherings, that will cost us more money. And this will give us some unrest over here, but whatever. I think we're almost actually back to full on the manpower. None of us will actually spawn yokai anywhere by default, like the first event did. We may not get enough money for this one in time, looking at it. Maybe it will be close. We're making slightly more profit now because we're no longer having to pay for reinforcement. And there's 50 ducats out of nowhere, very nice. Perks of holding this shrine. I assume we can get a similar thing if we hold that shrine over here. And some yokai. Thankfully I've already got a army standing there, so we just need to drill them. How much? Down to 700. Still spreading fairly nicely. This is almost fully spread. Spreading across here. I've never actually gotten an institution spread across the entire country. So I am kind of curious whether the cost can reduce all the way down to 0 if you have to get the institution essentially embraced across the whole nation. With how many monarch points we have, this might be a good point to test whether I can realistically get these guys back down to levels of obedience just by deving. Because right now we're at the plus 161, plus 56, so that's 215-ish, plus another 6 down there, so let's call that 220 roughly. Minus 20, so 200, minus roughly 20 again, so 180, plus the 30 makes that 210, minus another 20 makes that 190, plus 72 makes that 280. 260 even. So we would need a ridiculous amount of plus percent from developed provinces. Let me look it up real quick. EU4 loyalty. Not estates. Subject loyalty. Subject nation, yada yada. And subject types, no. Liberty desire, there we go. Relative modifiers, relative army size. Combined strength. Plus 75 liberty desire for having 100% of the Overlord's forces going proportionally. So if I've got double theirs, then that will give me a bonus, which is a hell of a lot of troops. Economy, plus 75 for having 100% of the Overlords. It's just the same thing, but it doesn't actually tell me exactly how it's calculated. Generic modifiers for liberty desire. Minus 50 for historical friends, minus 50 if recently defeated in an independence war. Minus 10 for each use of the placate local rulers. We do have, okay, not quite 100 prestige, but decent. We can get minus 100 by from about 200 prestige. And it's 5 for a royal marriage. Can we royal marry? We can, but you won't because you're rebellious. Minus 5 for each loan of a subject, which was paid back if you pay off debt. I'm pretty sure you haven't ever been in debt, and you're not about to go into debt. But you make more money than I do. -5 per each development point improved in the subject provinces. The sum is capped at -100 and it decreases over time by 1 per year. Okay, so that is too small. But that plus placate could do it. -5 and -10 for holding Alhambra. -5, -10 for holding Imperial City of Kyoto. -3 per point of Diplo Rep. -0.5 per province development granted in a peace deal. Plus or -0.4 per point of trust below above 50. So minimum -20 mass plus 20. -0.1 for each point of positive relations. Modified by Austrian Duchy, Gov reform, elevate tributary relations, celestial reform for the Empire, a mission, Age of Revolutions thing, mission. A few different countries' ideas. Exploration religious gets colonial restrictions, which makes -15%. Indigenous influence we can't get, and influence idea number 6 gives -10. So if we got religious ideas together with our exploration ideas, that would be another -15%. When I go to war again, so if a dev decays at -1 a year, then it might be worth investing all these excess points we have right now. So let's get a bunch of this up to 15. Which is what we need for the mission. Of course, that will increase their liberty desire from the relative economies, but it should help a little bit. So -94% from developed provinces. That's pretty good. Now if I can just get all these people that are supporting independence out of the way, it would be even better. Opinion and yeah, trust is the other one we really need to improve. Okay, so Netherworld is supporting independence. They're also very big. Can probably win that fight, especially with allies. Who else? Netherworld, Fujiwara. Fujiwara is about to be annexed. They've got 2 provinces. Do I have claims on them at all? No. Let's get claims on them and just remove them from the board. That'll be one less nation. Forest of Magic. I do have claims on them, absolutely. They are too big to take in one war. And their only ally is Shinkido. Okay. Stop drilling. Get over here. We're going to declare on the Forest of Magic. And finally, the Heavenly Realms up here. Also pretty big. Too far away for me to get claims on realistically, so not much I can do about those guys. Some yokai gonna rise up. Oh! Satori's approval. Satori never has been the person who leaves Chiraden, so any attempt of impressing her with possessions or joyful events outside of former hell are doomed to be futile. However, she takes great pride in the state of her palace. Due to our massive development attempts, the palace has gained unseen beauty, and Satori knows to appreciate it. Add 10 trust. Excellent. Okay, if I'd known that there were events for getting this stuff, I might have done things a bit differently. In that case, do I get anything for 15 development or more and are not occupied these provinces? These ones have got it. This one's at 11. Get up to 15. And this one's at 17. So that's all of those then, yeah? No? Resident format through the peace by making sure that following provinces have 15 or more development and are not occupied. This has 15 dev, is not occupied. This one 16, this one 15, this one 18, and this one 17. What am I missing? Fantastic Blowhole is this. Cursed Bridge is here. Underworld here. Pocket's Place here. And Nuclear Furnace, yeah? Is it more than 15 specifically? There we go. Former Hell development. With our declaration of a dominion over former Hell, many residents of former Hell remained weary and distrustful towards Remelia. But thanks to the efforts of our good lady, the infrastructure of former Hell has improved a lot, and the many yokai of Tiraden started to accept Remelia as their new overlord. And we get another 10 trust. Let's get you guys up here. It is ahead of time and all that, and now we are so close to being able to take that. Let's not rush it. No reason to rush it. So the only ones left to appease are the Oni for 20% discipline. That one is a little harder to get done. We're at 105% discipline. We can get another 5 through switching deity to Junko. That gives us 110. Then we can get 5 from quality ideas, fully finished. And then we get 7.5 from our traditions, but that's a long ways off still. We really want to get that a little sooner. Any of this give us discipline for completing it? Nope. 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 Let's just attack these guys for the heck of it. Brings us into conflict with another world. Okay, how do I go about getting the discipline? And even if I get the discipline, the big issue will still remain that I need to get Liberty Desire to less than 5%. And there's really no simple way of doing that. It's still at 100% now. Plus 77 from 311 dip, relative economic power, yeah, and relative army strength. And going to war certainly isn't going to help the army strength bit just now. But there's nothing you can do about that. Ditch this for a moment because it's really not worth anything. Save game before getting into reckless wars that I haven't really planned out. Declare and get us poisonous rainforest. There we go. And you bring in Shinkuro, which is absolutely irrelevant. If I'm going to be losing the Tengu realm as an ally soon enough, because I declare on the Kappa, I might as well get use of him now. Actually, hang on. I declare on a Kappa now, the Tengu won't join them because they're in a war on my side. Neverall paid all fine, all debts of my Yuhigo. Good for them. And here you go. Do you even have any allies? Allies even? Yes. Prism River Band, who I do want to get. The human capital will defend them. Okay, well... Subjugation, so I don't care about bringing allies in because they can't take land. Problem solved. Which means next is the moon. I think it was not in one of the games, but in one of the mangas where Amelia goes and tries to conquer the moon. I can't quite remember. Damn, how much siege ability do we have? So on here, tactics, tradition, yada yada yada. Siege ability, 20 from Engineer Corps, 1.1 from Army Tradition, 7.8 Army Professionalism. That? We're still a ways off affording that. You guys are distracting their army entirely, which is great. This is going great, and we don't even have to lift a finger to get Capopolis under our control. They will, I imagine, contribute to the liberty desire of my subjects as a whole. But that's fine. They'll also contribute to my force limit and my income. Good. And more importantly, they'll get me access to the moon. Yeah, we'll let them handle that war entirely on their own. There's no reason for us to get involved. I was about to say, are you trying to claim land over here? You don't have interests in the Forest of Magic? I stand corrected. The Tengu. The Tengu have interests. The Tengu have interests on all of Gensokyo. Is it the same for everyone? Yeah? No? My subject doesn't. The Heifu Club doesn't. Heaven does. The moon? No, it doesn't care. Okay. That feels like it's just a quirk of the mod. Maybe something about the setup of the continent and trade nodes leads to that. I guess we want to make the push towards getting that discipline. And we're not playing a very hardcore colonial game, really. So, yeah, give me Junko and give me plus 5% discipline. That brings us up to 111. Oh, from Scarlet Bloodlust. At maximum, wait, at maximum it gives us plus 10%, so cost legitimacy, we'll get a little. Let's not go lower than 80. Plus 5 each month because we're at war. Are there specific actions that I can take to make it go up? No, I think the one for Flandre, if you play as her releasable in Europe, her mechanic, you get extra, like, Blood Frenzy or whatever for breaking walls and sieges and stuff like that. Plus 0.5 a month. Okay, well, time for us to get into some really protracted, dragged out wars, is what I'm hearing here. I'd really like to have a hell of a lot more manpower before I get into something like that. Because I could, for example, get into a long war with these guys. And it will be long just because of how big they are. And I'd want to co-village my Yuhiga, which means Sunflower Field, Yokai Forest, Oni Exiles. At that point it's getting a bit too big. Maybe declare on them and then deal with the Netherworld separately. The Moria clan would want promise of territory? Netherworld, Yokai Forest, and Oni Exiles. Who are you taking territory from? I'm very confused. Sure, I'll pay for what is left. Okay, you. Well, actually, maybe you first. -6. So we don't occupy every last random island they've got stashed away. This has become self-sustaining, excellent. The other guy is down in Panama. We've already got 2 here, and we're barely finishing 1 here. But I think making this colonial nation is more important than the other one. We can invest in technologies, but we don't want to yet. We can call the Moria clan into this war as well, but we really don't need to. This edict is no longer needed. That means we've got colonialism in every province here. Okay, how to go about this? First of all, you. -5, because they've got another fort there. Irritating. I'd want to extract some money from them. I want to take this peace deal first, see how the AE looks, and then based on that decide how much I'm taking over here. Because I have claims on like all of their stuff. Yeah, almost all of it. And I don't think any of it is part of a mission. Right, like deal with Yukari. This over here. This is for around the sea. And the library. Up at tech. This is the moon. Yeah, none of the Forest of Magic is directly relevant. Yes, instead of taking the cheapest provinces, take the most valuable because they've got the good stuff in them. And take all of their money. Costs 219 to full core. A few people are upset with me. Whatever. We'll come out on top anyway. No war extortion, so I'm not paying any extra to core this. And yeah, Sunflower Field is upset with us, to be expected. And purchase an ability. Okay, how long are you going to be difficult for? -5. Current peace offers offer length of war would result in annexation of vassalization, cap and military strength. So we give it a couple months and then the length of war modifier will dip in our favor. Junko's Fury. Unrest for morale of armies and corruption, or lose 1 corruption? Lose 1 corruption, thank you. I don't have any, but lose 1. Okay, I might have overextended a little bit in regards to quite how much AE we're going to get here. Come on, sort yourself out. You're also losing your war down here, which means we're probably going to get dragged into that immediately after, aren't we? Human capital is getting eaten by the heavenly realms. Interesting. Yeah. That, unfortunately. More ducats. What am I paying all this money for, huh? Lead maintenance. Oh, we're paying a lot for ships. And rooting out corruption. Is embarrassing us. We're using all of our prestige. It didn't get them below 100%. Yikes. Are we on the frenzy? Not even halfway. I mean, I guess I can just sit on this. Yeah, we're not, what's it called? Getting call for peace yet, so let's send our armies over to the island where it's relatively safe, especially with our fleet going around protecting trade. And we'll just chill and sit on this war for a while. There will be blood. 400. Very cheap. It's almost down to being free. This one's fairly close to being full. Oh. Mystia Lorelei, the Night Sparrow. It took some time, but you and your loyal servant Sakia found your way back. Thanks to your sharp vampire eyes, you even found a clue that might lead you to where the incident starter may be hidden, the human capital. On your way to the humans, you hear an annoying voice which belongs to an even more annoying looking girl in a brown dress with sparrow wings. She shows great interest in your servant and completely neglects you, until you stated that the human belongs to you and that you demand passage through the forest. Of course, the bird brain doesn't want to understand, so you have to use another language for the sparrow. Fight, talk your way free, or distract them. Fight, absolutely. Victory. More prestige, our legitimacy is looking good. Ah, we may now refill garrisons. They've got some issues. I'm pretty sure something or other. Yeah, this. 40% professionalism and army tradition of at least 60. I'm not even sure I can do that, to be honest. We're getting +1 from Junko now, which is nice, but that barely counteracts the decay. Oh, and a Protestant Reformation has happened, which means we are now ticking towards the end of the Age of Discovery. Full core, all of this nonsense. Gets me more trade power here, which means less is being pulled from here. Control your activities, we can let that sit for a while. Okay, yeah, getting up to 60 army tradition. Theoretically should be fairly simple, just go win a bunch of fights and practice. I rarely ever keep track of army tradition. I know when I've played, done some achievement hunting in the past on vanilla, I always struggled to get the achievement for having like maxed out army tradition and navy tradition. But I think that was more because of the navy than the army. This is close enough. Side, Diplo, thank you, thank you. We are over cap for military. Cost. Cap is 999, so we need to do a little more deving than that. Get that up to 15 as well. Disable all of the edicts. Actually, hang on, there's an estate outline there. Which tab is it? There we go. Estate, edict. When EU5 comes out, I'm going to make a very deliberate effort to actually learn all of the keyboard shortcuts, because I'm pretty sure you can do most of that stuff with keyboard shortcuts. Did we ever get this place converted? No. You with your 0.2% are slowly fully converted January 1546. Let's half state. Oh, no process can be caught here. Oh, we just get a core here by default, huh? There we go, 2.2%. We'll even give you the missionary strength edict because you've been over here for long enough. This man deserves to come home. Still only at about halfway on this. So about halfway should mean that we're at about 115. Yeah. So instead of trying to go to full, we could go for quality ideas and try to finish them as soon as possible. But that's not really much easier than just getting that up to max. Standing army ideas, drill, siege ability, infantry combat, leader cost, yearly army professionalism. This is for great military leaders. Aristocratic does have discipline there. 1, 2, 3, 4 ideas in. Surprised this one doesn't have discipline considering the icon. More siege ability. What do I actually need? Not really religious ideas considering where we're conquering mostly. I will need to convert a big chunk of Europe though. And even though I've got claims, getting the... Actually, we don't get the Deus Vult CB, do we? Allows you to ask nations to convert your religion, provided you get a reputation of a nation for it. Yeah, we get Hakurai Shinto ideas, not religious ideas. So we don't get Deus Vult. Admin of a core creation cost. Humanist is just kind of good in general. Diplo for the province war score cost. Or influence for liberty, desire and subjects, minus 15%. I'm not taking a whole idea group just to deal with Chirade, and that would be ridiculous. I think none of them really has an advantage. We've just taken ideas in all three. We do have more Diplo points than we have anything else. Mill will need to catch up a little. We can circumnavigate now. That's important. Yeah, Diplo ideas. We have just gotten a whole crap ton of AE, and I could do without province war score cost modifier if we're going to be eating like all of France in one go. We also get idea cost minus 10% and institution spread. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We have a spare diplomat. Let's set him to own subject countries because we're about to get a new subject and they're going to be upset. We also have colonial nations now. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I couldn't tell you what it is. So let's just not think about it too hard. I'm still not getting call for peace, and I don't think I will for a good long while. As long as I don't lose their war to these guys and then, like, give up land, I'm perfectly willing to let this just carry on. Sunflower Field is supporting independence of Chiraden. Lovely. Let me pull up the page again where I've got the colonial regions. Panama stretches not that far north and most of this south area. So trade-wise, also of obsidian. Huh. Interesting. Trade-wise, this and this will be good to have, yeah? Nope, this one. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Assuming they don't migrate down here, that's how I'll set up my Panama colony. Portugal's making good progress on Cuba. Okay. You guys are real upset with me. You shouldn't be. That's kind of nonsense. Frankly. You shouldn't have gotten that mad with me. Especially not mad enough to go and support Tiraden's independence. And now we're back up at plus 210 in that regard. That's very, very irritating. Really want to get all of you guys out of this. But you are... Especially because it doesn't go away. Like, I've got a truce now with the Forest of Magic, and it has done nothing to stop them from supporting independence. Which I could have sworn it was supposed to do. But that might be a thing they changed in the mod. Maybe they changed it specifically for the disloyal... What's it called? Rebellious subject type. I could see modders doing that. It's a little teensy bit irritating because I don't think Shiraden really should be quite this difficult to get under control. I remember from previous runs I had a bit of an easier time with it, but I guess I just missed the window on getting them to heal before they got out of hand. Level tariffs? No, come on, get me something better. There's definitely better options out there. Improve relations, sure. We are in a little bit of a hostile climate at the moment. What culture are you in? Sokyujin. Better leave it be. When can I just upgrade rank? 1000 total development. Use caution. We're currently trying to get rid of extra inflation. It doesn't cost that much to bring them up, does it? 91 Diplo, yeah. Whatever. Advance them, give me this guy. You're still on minus 26 with that war, so that's fine. I want all your money. Let's try to negotiate. This is my colonial ventures. And this is ticked up above halfway. 5.4 discipline. If we can just get like any random pop-up event that gives you +5 discipline, and I know there's a couple, then this would all be over. We'd be done with them. Gulf capacity, Damarca power. Oh, Damarca power is nice. Age ends in 99 months. Good, we can summon... Did I get rid of Supremacy of the Crown? No. But I've just not been inclined to. Maybe I should actually. 67, 72, 75. Yeah, we can get rid of Supremacy of the Crown and still have enough... high enough equilibrium. Protestantism entrenched. Might be a good moment to go invade Europe while they're dealing with the religious wars. We only need one province really from Mayuhiga. We don't need to delete them entirely to get the core creation costs in Damarca power. How far off are we from that? A little bit, so let's dev down to just there. Don't want to overspend and then have it take too long to get back up. This is actually kind of ideal, all things considered. The fact that we're able to just... Oh, occupy Scarlet Realm. Someone's managed to get over here on my behalf and occupy these provinces. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, should I get... Right, I wanted to remove Fujiwara from the map. They will bring the human capital into the war, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? We need the Damarca power, can't change that, but I'm just thinking, isn't there some... Yeah, minus 10% liberty desire and subject. But I don't know if that will make enough of a difference at this point. Strength from hacker influence, war extortion, shrine maiden's loyalty, max privileges. Religious unity, temples and cathedrals give buffs, diplomat, all estate loyalty. Sure, monthly war extortion is actually pretty decent. The extra 10% from that isn't quite enough to make a difference when we're dealing with 210% worth of people supporting. Sadly, that outweighs what we can do just a little bit. I'm hoping that when we appease the Oni with a 20% discipline, that will... the event we get will do a little more than just another trust increase. It might not, and in that case we'll just have to get the last bits the hard way. But yeah, here's a subject we've got, trust at least 90. We're still a ways off of that. We can actually use a bit of Scarlet Charisma for that. Yeah, this is fine. Bribe subjects. Send a gift of ducats to bribe our subjects' government, increasing their opinion of us and remove all aggressive expansion of opinion of us from them. Has modifier AE. Opinion is lower than 0. Okay, well that's no use to me. Get another idea. Diplomatic relations, excellent. Perfect timing when we're about to take a subject as well. 16k manpower out of 48 is decent. Ah, we've gotten this sorted at last. No edict. I kind of want to trade company this, to be honest. We did get the core for free. So maybe I'll keep it just temporarily. But we'll trade company the rest that we take over there. Why are we building this spy network so slowly? What? Spy detection in Fujiwara, minus 87%. Ah, nothing's ever easy. Now declare on the human capital. Do we have any CB on you guys? No. We can declare on the Prism River Band, which brings the Forest of Magic, the human capital, and Eternity Garden. Where's Eternity Garden? Oh, these guys. Ah. I do have a claim on them. Anyway, event. Kane Kamishirasawa, history-eating half-beast. After a few minutes of travel, you and your servant Sakyo managed to reach the human capital. Although vampires aren't seen in the human village that often, the humans are still willing to talk to you and your servant, at a healthy distance, of course. This wariness reminds you that the Scarlet reputation needs some dire improvements. All of a sudden, the humans abruptly ignore you and your servant. As you wonder what caused this sudden lack of interest, you hear a voice in the distance. It is Kane Kamishirasawa, the guardian of the humans, and she demands you to leave the village in peace before she uses force. No room for negotiations. But also she's got no chance of beating us. Okay, so getting 20% spy network here is going to be a task and a half. And there's call for peace. But we are... With the reform, we're still losing war extortion rather than gaining. So I don't want them to peace out and lose land in this war, so I think I will still take the peace now. Unfortunate that we can't do anything about these guys directly, but I think declare on them, co-belligerent human capital, that brings in Fujiwara, and that's 94,000 guys total. We can bring in the Tengu on our side. In fact, let's declare this war before we peace out this war. Just in case these guys are disloyal as well, because they should get brought into my existing wars when I vassalize them, and they should not be able to get any support independence calls when I've got them under my... when I've got them in a war with me. So this, co-belligerent this, co-belligerent that, all in this, declare, and then sue for peace. Everyone and their aunt gets mad at me, but it doesn't matter. And we get Kappa technology. It's time to expand the influence of our realm. Gensokyo may be a rich continent, yet there is still more to conquer. Like the moon, for example. While traveling to the moon is trivial for our mistress, our troops sadly don't have this luxury. In order to colonize the moon, we have to take any advantage Gensokyo can give us. One of these is the technology of the Kappa, which is crucial for creating a safe and majestic rocket for the Vampire Mistress's army. We get prestige, we get 20 years of Kappa tech, and we get the event of the moon landing. The rocket the Kappa have created is a technological marvel. With 111 meters in height and over 2,938 tons, this behemoth of a missile has pierced the sky and reached the moon within under a week. Of course, for Romelia this is really slow, but for the several hundreds of our vampiric colonists this was a quick time. When the rocket landed on the moon, it immediately got a visit from curious moon rabbits. At first they appeared to be friendly, but when a weird noise appeared, the rabbits immediately opened fire. The rabbits have guns. Fortunately, our colonists are expert fighters and slaughtered these treacherous rabbits and enacted a counterattack, which disabled the lunar defenses. We came to the moon as visitors, but got treated as invaders. There weren't many reasons for us to conquer the moon, but their hostility showed us that they are a threat to our realm and all life for Earth. The Solarians will pay this assault with their blood. So the Lunarian weapons will become outdated and the moon becomes vulnerable to invasion. And we gain War for Dominance casus belli on lunar capital, lasts 20 years. And Langrenus Crater gets ceded to us. I assume that's somewhere on the east? No? Harbor. Where is it at? I guess it must be this in the middle here because I can't see it anywhere else. Or is it one of the one of the uncolonized Langrenus Crater? Gain a core, religion changes, culture changes, excellent. War for Dominance. 1%, 100% AE, prestige and cost for assert dominance over target and gain significant bonuses. Core revocation, monetary reparations, annulment of treaties, trade power and steering. cannot take provinces in that war, though. Interesting. They've got 76,000 troops and 96,000 manpower, which is an absolute ungodly amount. Lunar defenses are outdated. The lunar defense system has been disabled. Broke our alliance with Moria clan. Why? 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 Once your subjects' provinces. Ha! Of course. There's always some spanner in the works. Presumably you are terribly displeased with me? Yeah. Mostly from provinces, some from opinion. Relative army. Okay, well, let's set someone specifically to improve relations with you. The night must be lengthened. The incident has caused a lot of unrest and madness among the yokai, and it is unknown how long it will take until the culprit gets caught. The biggest problem is the transition from the moon nights to days, which causes the most stress on the simple yokai minds. To slow down the maddening of those yokai, your partner made the suggestion to lengthen the night. Let it be eternal night until the incident is solved, of course. This action will reduce the frequency of feral yokai revolts in all of Gensokyo. That's excellent. Speaking of feral yokai revolts, Muran Temple's in a coalition against us, sure. As big as the coalition is, I think with the Tengu realm and Egan as allies, it shouldn't fire, but it might be a little bit of a close thing. Looking at it again. I might have overstretched a little bit here. Kiro, yeah. Lots of small places that would love to be allies with me. Well, as long as we can hold off the coalition from firing for a couple of yearly ticks, we should be able to stop it from firing flat out. Because they're only slightly over the... Come on. Actually, hang on, can't I get a discipline advisor? It just occurs to me. Really should have thought of that sooner, but that would solve all my problems. Yeah, land of a back door. Lots and lots of people. Yeah. That should be the Oni appeased, right? 20% no? Yeah, 121. That should be them appeased. Morale of armies or siege ability. Give me siege ability. There we go. Strength and honor. If there is one thing we only appreciate more than alcohol, is strength and honor. Both attributes our soldiers can show in their fullest glory today. This made the Oni more than happy to join them and see us as a legitimate overlord. Oni support never hurts to have. We gain 10 more trust with Chiraden, and make Oni exiles a Satori's vassal. Which is apparently some kind of special vassal type, but I've got no idea what exactly it does. Okay, we want to be sparing with how we use our manpower. You're a co-belligerent in this war, right? Yeah, so we can just annex you, but we'll want to probably take our time with that. We might have to take a loan out to pay this Or maybe just don't do it at all. We want to pardon me, hiccups. We want to maintain our troop count in this instance. Because of the coalition brewing. And if we let ourselves grow too weak, they might actually fire. I don't know why you're running around like 60,000 dudes with your little 12k stack there. Or why you're not giving that over to me. Worrisome, we'll just set that off to the side. I'm honestly perfectly willing to trade occupations with these guys. That works out in our favor in the end. Can I didn't check this before, but can I annul treaties your support independence for my subject? No. Alliance, guaranteeing mill access, nope. War reps, yada, give up claims. Trade power, steer trade, vassal, no. Okay, war reps. All of the money. Return call to Prisma River. Oh nice, the people that I'm about to annex. But I don't have a claim on that province myself, so actually I'd rather they don't keep existing. Return that to Fujiwara, return this to the land of the back door. None of your allies like matter to me in the slightest, really. Guess revoke calls on this. Have they now control? Yeah, whatever. The human capital is also part of this. So is Fujiwara, who I definitely want to annex. So let's just get the Forest of Magic out of the way first. That's the 60,000 guy. We've got really high discipline, and they've got more troops around the place. Yeah, how's their morale? 4 to 4.1, 1.7 tactics. Yeah, we're all around better. This is definitely in our favor. Can invest into technology. It's way ahead of time, and I've been trying to save points where possible. But frankly, with the coalition looming and everything, I want to have as much of a military advantage as I possibly can. Is it fire or morale that cannons are better for? I do not remember. I'll just take one and see what happens. Pips don't matter that much at the end of the day. Where are these guys popping up? Over here. Let's send you back there to intercept that. You take the last province here. We are full occupied them. Do I even need to bother? Nope, doesn't look like it. But also let's not piece them out while there's any of my or my allies' troops in their land. I don't want to get black flagged. They now control the yada yada yada. Okay, let's bring you back because you're doing the least important work. Then we can piece them out And then we need to, we have to annex these guys because they're such a pain in the ass. And I want them to stop supporting independent. We want to, as much as possible, ruin these guys' estates so they support, provide less assistance. But I can't be taking even more AE, right? Like, this is already so bad, and taking these guys and this is going to just make it that much worse. So, return course. Not to Fujiwara, not to Prisma River Band. Land of the Back Door, I guess. And 283 ducats. Okay, yeah, war reps. Nothing else. Give me. I still think that having a truce should end this, but it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't because it needs to be a truce between the subject and me, and them being specifically the special vassal type rebellious subject means they're not in the war on my side to begin with, which means they don't get a truce with my war opponents, and my war opponents don't stop supporting independence. I should probably have realized that a lot earlier. I also didn't realize that there's a support loyalist button. 6.5, we can afford that, but it's very expensive. And only really worth it if I can get them below 100. Which I still can't, not with 200% from supporters. Okay, let's continue. The Tengu are heading over into their land to deal with some of these guys. I'm sieging this down. The human capital is kind of incidental to this entire war. They just got caught up in the mess. They're basically what's the term? Not a casualty? Yeah, a casualty. I'm sure you know what word I mean. Okay, you come over here. We are going to get like the full buffs at some point. 20% manpower recovery speed, land maintenance, discipline, recover army morale. Sunflower Field has left the coalition. We've improved relations with them so much, I guess. Can probably get Heaven out as well, right? How much are they? Plus 70, so only 30 more to go. That's not quite enough. You are still too angry. You're too angry, and you guys are just going to get even more angry soon. Idle Realm. Plus 96, unfortunately. Well, actually, hang on. You like me a bunch. You shouldn't be in the coalition anymore to begin with. Not sure what you're even up to. Okay, get more of our land back. I'd love to attack these guys next, but I can't really go into a war against all this. That is not sustainable. Oh yeah, we can go attack the moon. Of course. I completely forgot. We only have like a 20-year timer on that CB, so no time to dilly-dally about. We gotta attack the moon quickly. I definitely need more cannons at some point. I just really, after I split my army into 2 stacks, I think we're only barely keeping at combat width, and we don't have the free artillery required to get the proper siege bonuses. Hang on, we've got one province in Moonlands, but that is a colonial region, so trade company. is an EndNote as well. I think an EndNote as a entirely trade company is going to be pretty damn valuable. It just... Oh, the moon is over on the other side, so when I think when I hit minus, it should... Okay, a second ago when I hit minus, I'm pretty sure it flung my view across, yeah, across the entire planet in order to scroll back to the capital. Also, I didn't hit minus, I hit backspace. Different key. We're nearing 3 hours, which is on the upper end for what I usually stream, so I'm getting everything mixed up. Let me just take a sip. There goes the last of my drink, unfortunately. Can I piece out the human capital? No, not quite. They're incidental in this war, so I'd like to get them out of it sooner rather than later. This Fujiwara, a bit of human capital. Yeah, and I'm willing to take a white piece of you on this, honestly. Let's get you over here to stop this from happening. Actually, can I just annex you now? Yeah, I can. How bad? Between 0 and 47 AE. Lots of people very upset with me. I'm doing it anyway. There's one less person supporting independence with Chiraden. And then we take these guys as well, because it doesn't actually make that many more people upset at us. Take max money. This is still only 27 either way, yeah. Sometimes it varies and I can't remember based on what factors it is. Now we don't have the Kappa friendly yet. Wow, that's expensive. Big moon plus 10%. Reading in times, innovativeness. Whew. Wow. Wow, that's expensive. Can I get you a bit happier? No, we don't have even anywhere near the money. How disloyal are you? So plus 91% disloyalty from just how the size of that nation. Minus 10 from Scarlet Diplomatic Reputation, 1.2 from Trust, Disloyalty from Opinion. So you're basically at 140-ish? I think we have to sit on this for a little while, really. Unless I've got another war I can get into. I really don't want to give them the chance to get anyone supporting their independence. So, declare on Scotland and Sweden and France. Ah, that's going to be such an irritating war, though. Over here, we don't border anyone. Yeah, there's not really any war targets around. I mean, maybe these guys. You might have a CB on them, yeah. Maguindano and Cebu. And co-belligerent the entirety of Indonesia. What an alliance network, that's absolutely messed up. Okay, you don't... Democratic economic, national propaganda and quantity. You don't have... But Kappa Curiosity gives you a colonist. And you have claims on all this stuff down here. That would make you happy in a peace deal as well. Okay, so let's declare that war because they're not really a threat to me down there. And then we can finish the war up here without concern. That, peace out. And that makes just a couple more people just a little more angry with me. So, all told, at the end of the fight, we have most of Gensokyo looking ready to declare war on us at a moment's notice. Can't make any new allies because I immediately went into another war. Mission fulfilled, missed the ambition for owning that stuff. We get some Diplo power, some navy tradition, and more permanent claims. Now, the Kappa don't want to propagate my wars, but they should defend their own lands. Maybe. They don't have much in the way of ships, do they? Oh, no, is this... Is this their fleet? Yeah, I think that's them carting people over. To defend themselves. And since the natives aren't occupying anything of mine, I can really just let this war sit for a good while. There's no incentive for me to go over there and get myself involved in that mess. Transfer the Palatinate electorate to Bavaria. When the possession they went with electorate shall remain with the Palatinate. Give me the prestige. Would normally never pick that, but we're surprisingly low on prestige as it stands. Let's get some more people happy with us. No one else joins the coalition, not great. Now the question is, will you move in to attack this? I'll even give you an objective there, in case that makes you any more interested. Netherworld declares on a human capital, that's not great. We really don't want them to grow even further out of control. But it also means that they're busy with each other and not doing anything to me. Reimu Hakare, Shrine Maiden of Paradise. It took some serious effort and maybe 1 or 2 spell cards to the face, but you finally managed to convince Kana that you, the mighty vampire, really want to help Gensokyo and the humans. Although she still doesn't fully trust your motives, she gives you the next hint for the incident investigation, the Bamboo Forest. You head to the deep green forest, but as you approach the forest's border, you find a resting camp and a familiar Shrine Maiden. Reimu Hakare, one of the investigators in the incident you caused, is taking a break. You come closer to her, only to be greeted with a fist you dodged just in time. Reimu seems to still have old grudges because of the Scarlet Mist incident, and now she won't let you pass. She also can't stop us. 2,000 ducats, Jesus. Medium victory bonus, nice, and some more prestige. Their extension is dangerously high. We are 102% overextended over 4 provinces, because each of them is a ridiculous amount of dev. 23, 30, 34, 41. Absolutely mental numbers. And that's why every single of the... which one did I make it? That's why every single one of the many monuments around Gensokyo gives you gov capacity mod of bonuses. In the hundreds. Because you need them if you're gonna core this entire mess. Is the moon allied with anyone? Yeah, Senkai, that sucks. Can I convince you to not be? Probably not. Senkai doesn't like me very much. And none of you are about to leave this coalition. Yeah, we've really committed ourselves to hostilities here. I've got the income to support more army, I've just not got the manpower to actually hire them. 56 out of 76, so I can get another 10k in each army. Oh, we've got separatists. To be expected with the amount of overextension we're running. The Kappa are running around this little island bit, killing invaders. Very convenient. They will not go and siege anywhere in my name, but they will absolutely defend their own territory. I can take shameless advantage of that fact. Okay, just as soon as this cannon is finished, we can send them over there to deal with the rebel. We must protect our trade. Okay, Kappa opinion of us is positive. They're still very disloyal. Enable divert trade, enable embargo rivals. No, no. Yeah, that's really the only thing we can do is placate. That barely gets them to below 100, never mind to actual loyalty. Diplorep and trust and opinion. I guess I just gotta keep that running for a while longer. We can just chain wars together for a good while. It doesn't seem like anyone's gonna fire the coalition, and it doesn't seem like anyone's gonna actually declare independence, so... And I guess they really should, not with the military buffs that I'm running around with. That would not bode well for them. Okay, my Moon CB is only gonna last so long. I still have a CB on Yamashiro, but they're on their way to getting integrated, so moot point. Domination War... No, Domination was on Shiraden. War for Dominance on the Lunar Capital. Yeah, Lunar Capital until 1529, that's valid. I think I'll wait till just after I've cored the new lands, which I've already done. Never mind. How did I just not notice that happening? Southern Bamboo Forest, full core. The rest was already in proper estates, more yokai activities. Okay, so I think we're pretty much ready to go in on the moon. We've got a Miltech on them. More Diplorep, lovely. Inflation reduction and interest per annum. Does this actually give any passive buffs, or is it only active? This has the following benefits at maximum power: 1 Diplorep, 10% loyalty equilibrium, and +1 yearly global trust growth. Okay. You stop where you are. I need you to ship my troops to the moon. Sunflower Field is rivaling us. Growth of the Port of Panama increases center of trade level by 1. Nice. Level 2 Center of Trade for free. Okay, yeah, you're still doing that over here. Sooner or later we'll get them loyal. Oh, pay off debt. Fantastic, that's great for loyalty. %71%. We'll get them there. Can we royal marry them? Have no diplomat and disloyal attitude, so they wouldn't accept anyway. And they're not monarchy, so doesn't work to begin with. Are we still way over ship limit? No, only 77 out of 70 now. Means we should be paying, well, still quite a fair bit of money. It is a pretty big navy after all. You move over here and take care of those guys, and then I will sell them to the moon as well, because 123,000 dudes. That's a lot of guys. I didn't think they had that many guys. What the hell is your force limit, huh? And why are you using all of it? Oh, these guys are going to be upset with me for a good long while. Okay, sort them out. I'm gonna save here because I have no doubt that there is a pretty good chance this goes horribly wrong. If I mess up a battle over here and lose too much of my army, the other nations are gonna go, oh, moment of weakness, and declare on me. And I'm pretty sure I will not be able to do anything about it. Royal marriage from the eu4 alliance. Who and why? Allied with the Tengu realm and the Idle realm, in a coalition against me, wants a royal marriage. Well, I'm not gonna piss off Hegan by doing that, so no. But curious that you're even offering. Okay, we've improved relations to the max with Capopolis. That is unfortunate. I had hoped to get them way happier with me before then. Bribe subject. I need to have enough money and I need to have low enough opinion. Great power actions don't actually help me. Got a charisma for trust and opinion, yeah. 65 trust. Pretty good. Okay, 59%. If I can do that one more time, that might actually be enough to get them actually loyal. Oh, charisma? No, only down to 56. Damn. 75. How much is that when changing my loyalty? Trust minus 10%. Opinion minus 12. Vacated, paid off our loans. Do you have more loans I can pay off? No, and you're making money. Chiraden. I have no diplomat sent. How are you on trust? 73. We can get a little more than that, I think. 83. I mean, your opinion is maxed out, but for some reason that's just not cutting it. Minus 71 from placated, so we're almost at maximum there, and they're still at 100% disloyalty because of all those people supporting independence. If those people were gone, we would be golden. They would be completely loyal. But supporting independence modifier isn't capped, plus 229%. Meanwhile, developed provinces is capped, minus 100 is the max. Lakewood Ruler also capped, -100 is the max. That's honestly kind of nonsense, isn't it? And you've gone up to 63% again, why? Anyway, the ship will be here in a moment, and then it is time to declare on the moon. And Senkai will join against us, but the Tengu Realm will join on our side. Alright, War for Dominance. The war goal is the Lunar Capital. Over here. But before I take that, I would like to know where the hell the lunar troops are. Hunt enemy fleets in the Northwest Pacific. How big of a fleet do you have? 89 ships are hiding somewhere. What? Anti-corruption investigation from Aya. Anti-corruption foundation of Gensokyo presents Don't Call Her Eiki. Bribes in Hell, Secret Life of Eiki Shinki, the Yamazanadu. Well, what is this? It looks like Aya has released a whole investigation this time instead of another news release. This investigation reveals the corruption and venality of the judge of our Gensokyo, Eiki Shiki, using her official position, decided the fate of many people in a positive way without sending them to hell, if they provided her with a hefty sum of money. It seems that money rules even over hell. One of the witnesses, Celestial Tenchi Hinanawi, there's absolutely no way you can trust shit that comes from Tenchi. Confirmed our information. Tenchi personally gave a bribe to Vigilance and she gladly accepted it. What is this Eikishiki doing with all this money she gets from bribes? We had to do a thorough investigation to find out, and we found what we were looking for. The luxurious mansion on the shores of Gulf of Gensokyo belongs to our dear judge. Golden decoration of the premises, a separate bar, a lounge, a ballroom, and much, much more were found in this mansion. After discovering the building plan, we also noticed a certain mud warehouse in the mansion. Only gods know why Eiki needs such a room and what is really going on there. This concludes our investigation. Subscribe to Banbanmara newspaper and stay up to date with all the latest news. Tengu Realm gets increased sales. Higan gets 5 corruption. Oof. +6 a yearly tax income, +3 yearly prestige. Good God, what are you guys doing? Wild. Oh, there they are. How do we compare? 115 to 124 and 4.6 to 4 and 1.8 to 1.7. That's a lot closer than I was hoping for, really. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything against the morale gap, not when they have so many troops. Nah. Nah, we can reload. There's absolutely no way we managed to do that. Alright, roll it back. Well, that's unfortunate. That means we need to get stronger pretty damn quickly, because we have a hard time limit of, what, 10 years before we lose that CB? War for Dominance expires 1529, so a bit over 10 years left. Okay, well, ship them back over. Goika's lands has left, Sunflower Field has entered. Okay, well, keep up the relationship improvement. And we've capped out on Capopolis. Gotta redo a couple of the things I'd sorted out before. That is like half our Scarlet Charisma gone, just like that. And they're still disloyal, of course. Yeah, help them out. These are hard times. You can drill, and you are still waiting on 4k of your guys. Okay, so issue number 1, we got a little greedy and we have a big old coalition against us. Issue number 2, the moon is a little bit too powerful to invade, and we are on a time limit for how long we have to grow strong enough to fight them. Issue number 3, we simply cannot convince Chiraden to become loyal to us because they have 5 people supporting their independence. And then kind of issue, Capopolis is also disloyal, and we gotta fix that. And ideally we have to fix it before we're made to not be at war, because then people will support their independence as well, which I can fix, but it will be difficult. And really we want to be not at war for at least a moment somewhere in between, so that we can get some new allies to deter this coalition. I could use the Scarlet Charisma mechanic to get someone into war. Just ally them temporarily. Difficult. We've currently got Junko for the discipline, but we don't need that anymore now because we've got the event for appeasing the Oni. I don't know whether this tick is tied to the event or whether it's tied to having that much discipline at the time you want to click the mission. But this happens often enough, and we are close enough to having full out Scarlet Bloodlust that we are good either way. So really, there's a diplomat and diplomatic reputation guy. Death cost, colonial range, we don't really need that. Production efficiency, trade and morale, tech cost, manpower recovery speed could be really good. Unrest, war extortion, garrison size. Wish there was a subject loyalty guy, or deity even. We could switch over to only bureaucracy for that 10%. Maximum agriculture, minimum autonomy in territories. We've not conquered anything outside of Gensokyo, and 10% would get the Kappa into obedience. So let's take that. The only bureaucracy. We'll switch back later. And then I guess Yukari for the Diplo rep and an extra diplomat. Because Diplo rep also helps to make them loyal. Gives legitimacy +1. Oh no, legitimacy gives us +1 Diplo rep. And so does the Diplomats, Splendor, Experienced Diplomats, and Scarlet Charisma. In effects from Diplomatic Reputation, Diplomatic Danmarku Power, and Monthly Scarlet Charisma. With Relations. Losing some for low prestige. No one gives us prestige, unfortunately. The colonist, but that's such a slow way of growing stronger. Efficient morale. Tech cost and idea cost. I think we just keep Junko because having a strong military is going to be the most direct way we can achieve immediate results. Warrior clan, you scoundrels. You are my ally. On success, you'll gain power projection. On a loss, you will lose power projection. I don't want power projection, I want prestige. I need prestige. Minus 20%, but it makes like no difference. Because they're so disloyal. Idle for burgers, yeah, it doesn't really matter which one we go for. Difficult. Problems of war score cost, very nice to have. Inflation reduction and interest, also very good. That does mean if we decide that we have, like if time runs out and we just need to commit full strength, I can just go deep into the loans, 84 loans available, and merc up. Always an option. That's 1.9 yearly. We're not getting anywhere anyway. And also nonsense. As if Flandre actually dies. I think there are events in the mod to give you back certain rulers that you're supposed to have, but I don't know if Flandre is on that list. We do get another 235-year-old guy. Interesting. But he doesn't have the immortal trait, so I'm wondering if he just dies immediately. Raisin Udongain. Raisin Udongain Inaba, Lunatic Moon Rabbit. After the encounter at the forest border, you and your partner follow the hint and venture deeper into the bamboo forest. You notice a large number of rabbit yokai that attack you and your partner. Those annoying beasts go even so far and try to eat your partner, but fortunately they are easy foes and are defeated easily after some good hits of your magic. One rabbit girl was very persistent in annoying you, but she too goes down after a barrage of spells and well-aimed shots with their marker. After the endless fighting with feral rabbit yokai, you and your partner find a mansion in the forest. A moon rabbit girl with pink hair stands in front of the mansion entrance. She reveals herself as Raisin Udongain Inaba, the guardian of this mansion and the lead soldier of the Lunarians, and she swore to defend her mistress until death. Not strong enough, we win. And we get some prestige, which is nice. I'm hoping for significantly more prestige. Hopefully very soon. What is Scarlet Australia up to? As all this is happening. First things first, are you colonizing anywhere? Because it doesn't look like it. How much money are you making? A bit. But only very little. Yeah. Let's economy give subsidies or like, I mean, we're making good money, so give them like 5 ducats. Improves opinion by plus 15 each year up to a maximum of 15. I don't actually care about the opinion improvement. Oh. And the heir has died and another one pops up. And we get a prince. And a general dies. Eventful month, wow. H0, so an actual functional heir. Again, stuff I'm curious about how it's going to be present in EU5, because they did remove immortality from Crusader Kings 3 after it being a fairly big thing in CK2. That's always a fun storyline to go down. Okay, what's our combat with? 25, so we are under combat with. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate in a great number of ways. And she rating gets to sit the whole deal out. Okay, I think there's no way, realistically. There's no way this happens whatsoever. Minus 96 war reps, minus 98. Give up claims in everywhere? No. Neverwall does not want give up claims. Your trade? No. No. Nope. How bad is this gonna be? No treaties? Would that do it? Doesn't want end rivalry. Doesn't want to know treaties. I am glad that they decided to stick in and join the war. Oh, right, there's little thumbs up and thumbs down next to them. On Guam. Not giving you all this crap. I don't have nearly enough land to be giving it away in a war. I own land in here? What? Oh no, Hegan, who are on my side in the war. Oh yeah, can I give away Hegan's land? Do you want that? Can I throw my allies under the bus? No, does the Tenga Realm not join? Allied with me, attacker against Idle Realm. Hello, you're my ally. How are you not in this war? How have you managed to avoid this? Yeah, I'm gonna be absolutely serious. I think that might I might just consider that the run over. I mean, the treaty probably gets most of them out of a coalition, but do I have the motivation to keep going after that? I was pretty damn confident that, even with how bad this looks, considering that only like 3 of these are genuine opponents, I was pretty confident that they would not attack. Confident enough that I took the AE, you know, I attacked the countries, I took the provinces, I took the AE. But it seems that I was overconfident. and I'm now suffering the consequences. And I think only two real options are to either call the run there, or bust out the console. Something to think about. I don't think I'm going to make that decision right now. It's almost, well, fairly late in the evening. 3.5 hours, pretty good for a stream though. I think that's the longest I've streamed so far, actually. Thank you very much for joining me in this stream. Next time will be something. We'll see if I decide to try and rescue this, or if I just say, yeah, we tried, good run. We'll come in with a different nation next time. We'll see. I'll think about it. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.